Hi there, everyone. Welcome to the Twin Cities Film Festival 2017. I'm your host, Natasha. So excited to be here on the red carpet, exclusive live coverage for you. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, Flora and also the shops at West End, which help us out every single year. Now, we're really excited because we're going to be seeing the film Flora that takes place in 1929. I have you guys have multiple roles, so I'll have you guys introduce yourselves, kind of, right? So, Teresa, what is your part in the film?
I am an actress and an art director and an associate producer on the piece.
Okay, and Dan, what about you?
I acted in the film, I served as executive producer, and I think I sang in it too a little bit. Is that still in there? Yeah. So, yeah.
Singing? Yeah. Ah, how cool. So what do you guys hope people get from Flora?
Well, I hope that they enjoy the film. It's very special to be in Minnesota. I have a lot of friends and family in the audience, so most importantly, this is the first time a lot of them have seen it. And for some, have seen it on the big screen. So tonight, that's really what it's about for me. I just want my friends and family to enjoy what was a lot of hard work for the last 3 years that we all worked on together.
Yeah, Flora, I mean, we made this team with, like, when we were on set, it was pretty much a total of 14 people. And like when you have most movies that are like a huge crew and stuff like that, I just hope people take away that like we made this film with, you know, just a group of young people who really wanted to work in this industry and want to like kind of push our own envelope and have a really good time doing it. And so, you know, if you want to make a movie too, you can get people together, and it's, you know, it's challenging, but you can do it.
So 3 years of being together. What are some of the challenges you face working with a small group like that over the course of a few years?
Well, a lot of us actually went to university together as well, so it's been a little bit longer than 3 years for some of us. Some of the challenges, I mean, it kind of was a see a hole, fill it type of production set. So the challenges were met by the people who we had brought on board in most circumstances. So there was different things every day that would come up, but someone had an expertise in that area and said, hey, I know how to do that, and then hopped in. We had someone like physically become a lumberjack, like physically cut down a tree one day for us and strap it to him and like take it across the street. We were like, well, I didn't know he could do that, and there he was doing it. So everybody really pulled their own weight and stepped up to any challenges that arose.
Yeah, you wear a lot of hats doing this, and like when you're shooting, you know, we have some river scenes, we have some like nighttime scenes, just stuff that we didn't really know how to do. You kind of have to figure it out as you're going.
Sure. What did you guys learn about yourselves, perhaps, in the process of making the film throughout the 3 years?
Well, I went into this film as an actress, and I'm coming out of the film as an art director, and then moving into another project now as a producer. And I think going into this film, had it not been for Sasha and some of the other members of the team saying, I trust you, take this role on, I didn't know I could do anything else. So going out of it, I think I've learned a lot about myself as a filmmaker versus an actress. Yeah, I'm very grateful that my team allowed me to try on some new hats for the first time.
We were grateful for that, you know, like when it comes down to it, it's not really about allowing yourself to try something. It's like answering the call. Like if you don't know anybody who knows how to solve this problem, you got to kind of figure it out yourself. You know, for me, let's see, what was the question? I learned.
I don't even remember.
No, I think it's like what we learned about ourselves. I learned about like it takes stamina to like finish a whole film, you know,
Sure.
Because as an actor, for a lot of the part, your work is done when the camera's done wrapped, or you're done wrapped for the day, or the curtain falls and like, you know, the play's over. But for this kind of project, serving as producers and serving as working on it, you know, when everybody else goes home for the day, you still have to figure out, okay, how are we going to push to the next point? How are we going to submit to different festivals? How are we going to get it into the eyes and like screens for people to see? Like, how are we going to sell it if we can, and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. So if there's any aspiring actors, actresses that are watching right now and saying, gosh, I want to be like those guys, any advice you have for them out there?
I'd say Dan touched on it a bit, but this is a changing world, and with everything digital these days, you really can go out and make something with your friends in the middle of the woods and have it go to festivals. So just go out and make your own opportunities. And it's hard as an actress or an actor to sit and wait for someone to give you an opportunity sometimes. And so why not just go make something yourself?
Great advice.
Find your strengths, find what you're good at, find your talent, find like something that you have that other people don't, whether it's like an awesome backyard or like a car or like something that, you know, that people are drawn to that think looks cool, and create a story around that. Because some people will spend, like, real quick, we have like a Model A Ford in our movie, and that was a big part of creating it because it was in the family of one of our director actually. And so that's something that would normally cost like thousands of dollars to rent, but we have it. So if there's something that you have that like that's a resource to you, build something around that, and then build up steam that way.
Last question, what's next for you guys? Where do we go from here?
As Sasha said before, in development for a new story, as well as many festivals. We head to San Francisco next week, and then just spending time with my friends and family while I'm still here, seeing some Minnesota things, like going to the Guthrie and things like that. So
That's
yeah.
so cool.
You look so excited to be home.
I'm thrilled to be home.
Thrilled to be home.
So thank you for having us.
Yeah, and I'm happy to celebrate and meet so many wonderful people. Oh my God, there's even more people. It's made so many wonderful people here to see this little thing we made. So like, yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Thanks so much, guys. We're excited about the film. Flora, round of applause.